Hello, this is CC Edits by K here presenting this week's video. Hello my fellow editors, welcome back to another video. This is my first tutorial here on the channel, and to prevent any copyright violations I will say the words of the audio if I need to. But anyway, I'm going to show you how you can get your edits to look like this. I think I need someone older, just a little bit colder. Take the weight off your shoulders. I think I need someone older. Now, this is an edit I made a couple weeks ago and recorded for this content, but never got around to doing anything with it. But with all that being said, let's get on to today's video. Before we get started, I would just like to say I will be using CapCut Pro for this tutorial, and if you do not have the Pro version but you have the free, you could just follow the same steps and screen record instead of saving until you are finished, and then when you finish you can make another project and save from the app. So you still get like the good quality, and it's like tricking the app a little bit in a way into using their pro features. But anyway, let's get back onto this week's video. So to start off, I'll go by selecting all of my clips in my folder and click add. I'll wait for it to load in, and my clips are all added in. So now I've just chosen my aspect ratio, which is 1:1, and I'm zooming in my clips to reach the correct size for my edits, which will tell me by creating a white frame around the edges of my clip. Now I will repeat this step for all of my clips until I reach the end. Now I'll go back to the start and press add audio and extract to select my audio, which is about 14 seconds long, and I'll press extract audio and it will insert it into my clip. Next, I am setting all of my clips to 0.5 times speed, so my edits will have that slow motion effect. You do have an option underneath to make it a smooth process, but I just didn't feel like doing it for this clip as I didn't want to make it too chaotic. Next, I am cropping the duration of my first and second clip, so when Chris turns his neck to the right, it will then show Nick also moving to the right, and it will have that cool twin switcheroo effect. And I know they're triplets, guys, but it felt like the right name since I didn't have to do matte yet. I am also just messing around with the speeds at this point because Chris moved his head a bit too soon, which made it a bit difficult to work at with the speed being 0.5 times. So now I've just clicked onto the sound below the clips, and now I start off by inserting the beats manually by pressing the beats at the bottom and pressing add beat, so I knew I was hitting every beat I needed to hit in my head. Then again, with the first two clips, I made sure I was snipping them exactly on beat, adjusting the speed again with the clips to make it fit my vision perfectly. Now for the next part, you can use any kind of clips, but I used the same video, and I clipped the first 1.2 seconds after the first cut on that clip, and I changed the speed to as fast as possible. Then, with the remaining clip, I scrolled to the next beat and cut again, but left it at 0.5 times speed, before repeating the same process again. This clip will now be slightly longer due to the beat being a little later in the audio, and after I make sure everything looks fine with the edit so far, I adjust some of the beats before I move to the clip with Matt. Now Nick moves to turn straight forward towards the camera, and in the next clip, so is Matt. So I adjust the duration of the clip of Matt and the speed to 0.3 times. Now you're going to repeat what we just did with Nick's clip and follow along with what I am doing until you have reached the end of your audio. Now you have reached the end, so you'll need to press on the plus button, press on library and backgrounds, click on the black background and add it to your edit. Now zoom it into size and crop it to your audio length. Now your edit should look like this. I think I need someone older, just a little bit colder. Take the weight off your shoulders. think I need someone older. Ignore the bad singing there. I was just going to say the words, but for some reason I wanted to sing it, so I did. Sorry if that was quite quiet, my apologies. But now you've seen what the edit looks like so far. Now you need to press the arrow and scroll across to adjust at the bottom and press filters. Go to 8K and drag the intensity level to 50. Press the tick and drag the duration to the full video and press duplicate 4 times. Click on the second purple bar and press clear 2. It should be clear with 2 lines, symbolising the Roman numerals as 2. Then set your intensity to 50. And then click the third purple bar and press high saturation. And add to the same intensity as 50. Click on the fourth purple bar and press the bokeh setting. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Bokeh. And set the same intensity to 50. And then the final purple bar will be warm with the same intensity again as 50. Next, click on warm and press adjust and brightness. Drag the bar to 15, positive 15. It will just say 15. And then brilliance, drag it to the left to minus 20. And then sharpen to 15. And then scroll to the end and press on Vignette and set it to 10. So if you don't exactly have CapCut Pro, just screen record your whole video. If you do have CapCut Pro, just copy exactly what I do and hit export. Now, once it's saved, open that same clip into another project and split your clips to where each clip was in your last project. If you have screen recorded, make sure all of your clips are cropped to the exact same size that it should be. You may have to change the aspect ratio again, which will be 1:1. Now, click on the end CapCut clip and delete, because you do not need that. And once you've finished splitting your clips, again, you are ready to add in the effects. Now guys, you can pause the video at any time whenever you need, and just simply copy the transitions and the durations I set these to. This can get a little tricky, so just work at your own pace. So something I forgot to add is that I used some simple transitions to kind of start off the effects. So I used the fade in for the first clip. Second clip I used the smoke transition. And then the third and fourth I used flash in. And then I just repeated that process until we get to the end. I do also resize some of my clips. So if you want your edit to look exactly like mine, I suggest you do the same, unless otherwise. For my out transition, I also use fade out for my first, third and fourth clip and repeat that process until I reach the end. Now I started to use the effects. I use the black flash for the whole of the second clip, which is the first clip of Nick. Then I copy that twice and drag it to the first clip of Matt, which could be your clip of whoever. And then I do the same again to the clip of Matt in a tank top. Now, your clip may be different depending on your edit. Then you will scroll to the beginning of your edit and type, I think I need someone, with the font a whaler. It will be on the screen. And click on animation, go to in and blur to the left. Drag the duration of the animation to 1.7 seconds. Now, I would recommend keeping it there, but if you feel like your edit needs it any different, by all means, listen to your guts. Your guts is the best in this situation. And then duplicate the text as many times as I have done and edit the text to the words of the song and copy where I have put them. I have duplicated the text 4 times and I have put it under the clips where they have the fade in effect. Then go back to the beginning and copy the first text and crop to the arrow of the first text animation. Then replace the text with older in capital letters. Click and press press in and click none, and then press loop and click font real. Then change the speed to 0.5 and then the full colour to red, and move the text to the side of the other text. Now I'm changing the length of the text to my liking of the animation. Then proceed to repeat this whole process with the others, changing the text to go along with the song. For the final red text, I clicked on animation and I went into the blurry glow in, which is 0.5 seconds, and the exact same duration for the out, which is expand. Now what I did with the last clip is I added a white flash and put it on speed 15 to make this edit stand out a bit more and just a little bit cooler. I thought that was way funnier in my head. I went into the effects and added a rebound swing with the adjustments as you see me making here, which will also be on the screen, and I just added this to the full edit and opened in a new text to write my TikTok user as my watermark. And you can use any font and any effect on this, but I am going to stick with the font I have been using, and I'm going to put on the blurry glow in transition and expand out with the durations 0.5 seconds on both in and out. I will change my text colour to white and add a glow with the little diamond icon, if you can see on the top left. But you don't have to add this. If you want to follow along with your personalised watermark, you can go ahead. The offsets and other settings will be on the screen for you. Now you can do what you want with it and have it at any length, but I'm going to shorten the length and duplicate it a couple times and spread out the amount of times it pops up throughout my edits. Lastly, I'm just going to be making some more quality adjustments, but just letting you know that these will work for my clips, but if the quality of your clip starts to look bad, mess around with it and see what works, because I don't want to say this works for every clip because I know that this will not have the reputation for that. Now once again, if you have Pro, follow exactly as I do unless otherwise, that's fine. But if you do not have CapCut Pro, what? If you do not have CapCut Pro, I recommend screen recording your edit and open a new project, crop the video to size and export it there. Now, you may not have the best quality by doing that, but you will have somewhat good quality. I did this for about 3 years and I've done surprisingly well by that. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more videos like these, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss another video. I also have a personal channel which I'll post more on, and my other socials will be at the end of the video. And if you like the start of the edit with the following account watermark and want a tutorial on how to do it, list it in the comments below and give this video a like. And once again, I hope you enjoyed the video and have a good rest of your day or night depending on your time zone, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Something I forgot to add is that I use some simple trend